Today I will discuss different marriage traditions from 3 countries, including our own, the USA. I will also discuss France and Australia. In this speech, I will discuss how these traditions vary from one another. Now, in France, it starts off with the groom customally walking his mother down the aisle before arriving to the altar. This is a lovely gesture that can easily be adopted and surely elicit a collective awe from the audience. The trousseau originated in France and it literally referred to a bundle of linens and clothing that the bride would take with her after the wedding, which were stored in a hope chest that was hand-carved by her father. On the day of the wedding, the bride would take a long bath to wash away any thoughts of previous lives or loves. It is a tradition for the groom to pick up his bride and take her to the chapel. And typically in small towns, children block their path with white ribbons, which the bride cuts to symbolize breaking through these obstacles. A precursor to the modern veil may be a tradition that originated in France, where a square piece of silk fabric was held over the bride and groom's head as they received the priest's final blessing in the ceremony to ward away descending malice, and the bride would also wear a wreath of flowers on her head. The traditional layered wedding cake originated in France, but another common cake is called the croquembouche, which is essentially a pyramid of cream-filled pastry puffs covered in caramel glaze. Delicious. These cakes probably originated from the Middle Ages when guests would bring small cakes or pastries and stack them in a pile. If the bride and groom could kiss over the cakes without knocking them over, then supposedly they would have a lifetime of prosperity. Another fun tradition involves the coupe de marriage, which is an engraved tandem cup, usually a family heirloom, which the newlyweds toast each other. One interesting tradition, which might be fun to incorporate in the beheading of a bottle of champagne. Skilled horseback riders under Napoleon's command would use special sabers to strike the bottles, which ladies would hold up. The practice became a way to celebrate a special occasion, and even now it's possible to buy replicas of the original sabers. Finally, on the wedding night, a crowd of their friends would interrupt the couple as a prank called a chivalry, playing pots and pans. The bride and groom were expected then to provide treats and drinks for their guests before they would finally leave them alone. Now on to Australia. Indigenous Australians believe that smoke has cleansing and healing properties and can ward off evil spirits. Plants are burned in a fire or a smudge stick is used, and the fragrant smoke is fanned over the people. This Australian wedding tradition came about in the early settlers could not afford wedding rings.